Hello and welcome to Qsports. I'm Umudu Kajaga and thank you for joining us. Coming up tonight, Fortune are champions of the Gambia's First Division League for the first time in their history. And Gambian cyclists have returned from Senegal after competing there for the last 1 week. We will bring you updates on that. And also, in Italy, or in England to be precise, at the Wembley Stadium, Italy have emerged as champions of Europe at the expense of England after extra time and penalty shootout when the match was decided. We'll bring you some details about that match as well. All that on tonight's Qsports. Welcome and thank you if you're just joining us. This is Qsports. And first we're going to start with football. In the Gambia, Fortune FC are champions of the GFF First Division League for the first time in their history. And this is with 3 games to spare. They sealed their title with a 2-1 victory against second place Walidan, who have been a revelation and a rejuvenated side, especially in the second half of the league in the last 5 matches. It was a tense game at the stadium, but eventually it was Fortune who emerged victorious, sealing their title. And let's get more on this report. From playing Nawetan in Brikama 9 years ago to deserved champions of the GFF First Division League. Goals from Patrick Silva and Ibu Sanyang gave Fortune a 2-1 victory against second-placed Walidan in a tense game on Thursday to confirm their status as winners of the coveted trophy. It was everything one could wish for in a top-of-the-table clash. It had skills, excitement and was closely fought, as the first half ended goalless. The win over Walidan gave Fortune a 12 points lead over their opponents and meant they could not be caught. Fortune won the title in style, winning 12 matches, drawing 10, with just 1 defeat so far, with 3 matches left to the end of the league season. At some point during the season, it appeared Brikama United, Armed Forces and Real de Banjul were closing in on Fortune at the top of the standings, before a resolute Fortune put together a string of wins to extend their lead over the chasing pack. Jane Juve, currently the longest-serving coach in the GFF League, had his eyes set on the title since the first half of the league, but was both cautious and tactical in his approach to each game. Has longevity counted in Fortune's favour? Some of their players, among them Asan Jai, came under the guidance of Jane Juve from the academy in 2003. There is a saying, fortune favours the brave. Well, the Petroleum Boys, as they are fondly called, deservedly showed bravery in how they attacked the task as they won the GFF First Division League title for the first time in their history on 46 points in 23 games, playing some exciting football. And still on Fortune, I went to their training ground on Monday to talk to their coach for reactions. Jane Juve and Lamin Sedikan, commonly known to many as Lefo, has been a fantastic player of the season, and as well as their title ambitions for the CAF Champions League, their participation rather in the CAF Champions League, winning in that competition to get to the group phase. They sound very confident.
Yeah, as you have rightly said, that's how it all came about, and at the moment I'm very much happy, delighted with the performance of the team for us to be crowned champions, though it wasn't easy. But as you said, we came from a long journey until today when we are crowned champions of the Gambian First Division League. So it was a difficult journey along the way, very challenging for that matter, but with patience everything can be possible, and that's exactly what happens during the course of this way until now.
Was this something that you were looking forward to? Because at the beginning of the season, I could remember interviewing you, but you were very cautious about it. You said it is a possibility, but you are not going to be in a rush. You will take it game by game.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened. If you can see, when you're playing a league and you win games, at the end of the day, you can be champions. And also, if you have to avoid being relegated in a league, you also have to win games. So at the end of the day, if things come on your way positively, at the end of the day, you can say that you can go for the title. So in the beginning, especially in the first round, when things were going fine on our way, we thought that if we push more, we can compete for the league. So come the second round, we realized that things are going fine for us, and then we decided to push more. So in the latter part, it was very difficult, very challenging for that matter, because clubs were coming behind us. We were not collecting maximum points in our games, but we still keep up the consistency of not losing any game until the 21st game, where we lost to Gambia. But still, now we told the boys that the gap is still there, which we have been maintaining since the first round. So the possibility for us to be crowned champions is still there. It all depends on our preparation in each game, especially when we were supposed to play Walidan, who was in a fine form. So we told the boys that we have to prepare for Walidan, take the 3 points, and we are crowned champions. We don't have to wait for the last game to take the league to that extent. So the league, it is in our own hands, our destiny. So we have to go for it, and that's the mentality that we played against Walidan and then beat them to be crowned champions. It's a very compact team composed of young, senior players as well, likewise experience for that matter. That's how we brought up this team about, and then that's the culture and tradition of Fortune. So we told the young ones that they have to learn from the senior ones, but they still have to push more because they are energetic and can help the team in one way or the other. So we decided to still, brought in some new players, experience as well in the first round. So come the second round too, we deem it necessary that we can, include also some other experienced players who can help us to maintain our momentum. So if you can see, it's an inclusion of young and old players, likewise experienced players as well, which help us during this campaign. And I think it is right for us to do so if at all you're playing in this Gambian league. So you need, a combination of both if you want to succeed. And that's what we did, in the first round and also in the second round. And I think it has paid dividend, especially with the senior players whom we brought in the second round. They really helped the team with their experience as well. Much pleased, especially when these night games were on, and the fans were coming in to cheer their players as well, also to watch football. The well-wishers as well, because I think there are a lot of Gambians who love football. So it was during this time that Fortune even managed to grab some fans from other clubs as well. So the ambience and all what was happening was definitely appreciative, especially when we were playing these night games as well. And it also makes the boys relax and feel necessary that somebody is watching on the stand, so they have to push more. As for us in our team, what we have is always what is given to them, because as a team we have our own way of plans and our way of doing things. And then if you can see, I played 23 games now without even repeating 111 in my subsequent games. In every match I have to change my 11 and then brought in another 11. In 1 or 2 games I have to change my formation and brought in another formation, which I think was going well for us. So that's why if you watch Fortune playing and then you go and say that they are playing this formation or these are the players they're going to bring in, then you got it all wrong. So there were a lot of things that we put in place during the course of this season which went positively on our side. It was expected as well, and that reminds me when I was at Samga, when we were competing the league in the final hour between Walidan, Samga and Hawks for that matter. So at the end of the day, it all went on the side of Walidan. So this time around, I thought it twice that we're meeting at a very crucial point, especially when they are doing well. You understand? So we must have to push extra mile if we want to win Walidan, because a team doing very fine, winning, about 5 games or 6 games in a row, that team must be given the respect. But you know what? All what happened on the pitch started off the pitch. You understand? When we learned that they're really preparing for us, so we too decided to keep up the same momentum as them and then push it up off the pitch. So on the day of the match too as well, we came differently, knowing that we only won the 3 points. And if you can see the way it all went, we played the first half, very good game that we played. The second half, that's where the goals came in. We scored in the 68th minute, 5 minutes to play, they equalized. A minute or so to play, we won the game. So it was a game that we'll never forget in our history as well. So and at the end of the day, if you could see how happy we were, everybody was happy that we grabbed the league in a different style, and also from a team that was really doing well. So I think credit goes to Fortune as well, especially the way that we won Walidan.
You and Fode, mature coaches in the league, that incident, when you look back, do you regrettably talk about it, or do you have to basically these are things that happen in football?
Yeah, we are friends. These are things that happen in football. But on the other side, I'm on the right side, you understand, because I have the right to go and protest to the fourth referee, which he doesn't have the right to come and complain as well, because it's a foul that I was supposed to be awarded. So I have the right to go to the fourth official to complain about it. So all of a sudden, I saw him coming, you understand, which was in his business to come and complain or try to contradict what I was talking with, fourth referee. So that's how all came about. But at the end of the day, after exchanging some words with him, there wasn't any insult for that matter. But at the end of the day, we shook hands and then hug each other, which I think is fair play. So people don't just have to take it to another step, to another mile, or to another way around thinking that it was a very, difficult or hard situation between me and him. No, it's normal in football. We have seen, top coaches, Arsene Wenger, with Mourinho, Sir Alex and the like, doing such on the touchline. So that's also another ambience that people have to enjoy, especially in a game of such magnitude. Yeah.
Finally, let's talk about Fortune. This is the first time you're crowned champions, and I'm sure you would want to play in Africa's most coveted club football, that is the CAF Champions League. Obviously, you would start in the preliminary stages because Gambian clubs have not been doing well. They've never even go into the group stages yet. Tell us about this. What is Fortune's plans for the CAF Champions League?
Yes, this is our first time, as you said, and also we are a young team in Gambian football. But I think if we want to at least motivate the players and also open up their way, in a sense that they have been playing the Gambian league and shouldn't end here, they at least need the exposure, and the exposure can only be from the chance that we have at the moment, that is winning the league and also going to CAF Champions League. So we'll try our level best to see that we are there, you understand, in one way or the other. As you said, it's preliminaries, but nobody knows what's going to happen, you understand. But we'll prepare ourselves for this and then see if we can at least pass through the preliminary stage to another stage as well. As we have already learned that a lot of Gambian clubs do only stop at that stage, or sometimes some around in the second round. So, but as a team and also with a lot of youngsters and players who are ready to give up to all what they have, I think we will do our level best to see that we will go and compete in the most honorable way. We are not going there to say that we're going to achieve everything that other teams didn't, but we will give the situation a honorable respect and then prepare ourselves mentally so as to have a very good run-off during the course of this CAF Champions League. But again, it's challenging. You never know the team that you're going to meet. And then football nowadays, is moving, growing in other countries as well, compared to what we are trying to put in place here in the Gambia. So if at all we want to go beyond those stages, we have to work very hard and prepare ourselves mentally. So at the moment, that is what is at the back of our mind, to prepare for this, first round stages and see what's going to happen.
Does 10 gauge give a motivation? If you look at the Senegalese side, they've pushed it. They've met difficult teams along the way and managed to get into the group phase of the competition.
Mm-hmm. Yes, 10 gauge Fortune, as some are saying, is one family. Based on the fact that Jibril, one of my former players, is with 10 gauge. So we are two teams that are in good relationship, having a very good MOU. And we started about 2-3 years ago when Jibril went there. They are also a team that is doing well. Last year we saw them in the Champions League, going up to the group stages, whereby it was good for them. So we'll try to follow their footsteps and then see if we can repeat what they did last season around. It was what I was telling my boys this morning before we start our training, that we are now champions, but 3 more games to go. We have to go all out as we were doing during the course of the league to complete these 3 games. But on the other side, today Monday is when I started my preparation for this Champions League, for that matter. So along the way, I have also my own plans of going out to see if I can have better players to come and bring into the team to add up the strength of the team, because we don't just have to rely on the players that we have here at the moment, though they are good and doing well. But you understand, the competition that we are going for is another competition of its kind, So you at least need to strengthen your squad when you want to compete and then move to other stages as well. So we don't say we are going 100% for that, but if we have the chance and see players whom we feel necessary that they can help the team in certain positions that we are weak during the course of this league, I think we have the right to bring them in so that they can help the squad, inshallah.
Could you and Juf wish you all the best of luck in your campaign to give a shot to the CAF Champions League, and I wish you make it to the group stages, and every Gambian would be happy with that.
Yeah, thank you very much. And then before going, I just have to say a big thanks to the media as well. We have during the course of this period, covering matches, trying to expose these players for the Gambian people to know them for that matter. And on the other side, a big thanks to the president of Fortune Football Club, Hassan. Without him, I know it would have been very difficult for us to reach at this moment, because I know the part that he played during the course of this campaign as well. Also to my technical team and also to the boys as well, commendable, although it was a rough journey along the way. As you know, different characters that you have to manage and handle wasn't easy. So sometimes I have to in a different way. But at the end of the day, it was all based on trying to have it all right during the course of the league.
Alhamdulillah, and I feel so great, and I feel I'm talking like a champion and working like a champion, and it's been an exceptional season for us, and I think this is the best season for Fortune and I have been seeing, and you can see the dedication and the hard work from the team, starting from the bottom to the top, and consider the raw and how the boys, how hungry they are, and I feel so great, and I'm so happy. Before the season started, I was like, yeah, this is gonna be my last season, and I'm gonna be the last season for me and for Gambian football, and I just want to see myself in another new challenge as well. I really prepare myself for this season, and it's been exceptional for me, and I've been working for these free kick goals and since I was young, and I can say, and I've been gifted with scoring free kick and running goals, and it's really been an exceptional season, and that what's needed for me right now. And I've been having a lot of motivation from people, and starting from my family members and from the fans, and been so great in a way. It's not like this is over for us, and if you want to be like champion, and you gotta complete your mission, the target that we have, and this is what our target. And it's not we have three games to go, and this is a target like we need to win all the games, and unfortunately we are defeated against Gamtel, and we are not really happy about that performance, and we come to the training ground and we're having Walid, and we prepare ourselves like there's another new game for us, let's go, and the way we started, and it's been so phenomenal from the boys, and you can see how the boys, they hungry they are. I wish there could be FF Cup for us, and I can see the hunger with the boys inside the boys. I can see, you've been here, you've been watching the training ground, you see how hungry the boys they are. Yeah, and we see Gambian teams are been representing against CAF, and they've been doing good, and but this is a target of Fortune, and Fortune is really different from these other clubs, and this is our target that we have, and we need to go. We need to set another new challenge when we've been to the CAF Championship. This is going to be our first time being to the CAF Championship. So, Fortune, and we have a lot of motivation from the club president, and absolutely that man is genius, Hassan Duran.
And now let's talk about cycling in the Gambia, because Gambian cyclists recently traveled to Senegal for Tour de Senegal, where they have run at least in 700 kilometers raced in the last 7 days, and they are back in the country. We will bring you updates about that, and we also had a chat with them earlier to see what their level of progress is in cycling. The Gambia cycling national team finished third in a 7-nation competition hosted in Senegal. 5 cyclists took part in the Tour de Senegal, spreading across 768 kilometers in 7 days. The team won the purple and blue jerseys, defending them as a team in stages 2, 3, and 4 of the competition. Sadio Cisse, coach of the team, expresses satisfaction at his team's performance.
Keta cyclist will be content, keta ndefon content, keta Gambia Cycling Association content, and you get opportunity purun fana. Gambia sintol fananje antu isinna batada long andi salon ko nintol fana finta banta nga Gambia la flako nka wala wulinde anu Gambia la jasi nka wala dong. So akamala cyclist ol fana nyin trophy membete ite Gambia no lo ni finta dawda e ko kulo nimbu nya e ko wol folo tambindi. so yentol suute wala le anim fana Mali nataka first place star by points, Senegal nataka second place star by points, Sontol nataka na third place o yintaka sitio by points.
Having a standard professional bike is hugely important in cycling. Gambia Cycling Association says they are struggling to keep up with their opponents due to lack of proper competition bikes and financial motivation for the athletes.
Yeah, the boys did well in Senegal. They did wonders because in terms of competition cycles, it's all about teamwork. And there's nothing but they did well in teamwork. They try to secure a good award by winning the purple jersey and a blue jerseys. Those awards are very big because you have to work hard in a team collective to gather more points. And if you got that point also, you have to keep the point so that your opponent could not come across your point or overtake you.
Finally on Qsports, now let's talk about the European Championship. That's the Euro finals between England and Italy. The match was played at the Wembley Stadium. Lots of hype before the final itself, and eventually it was the Azzurri, the Italians, who carried the day. They are the champions of Europe for the second time, and England's long wait for a coveted trophy, especially at major international tournaments, 55 years now. I'm still counting. The wait will still continue.
England's bid to end their 55-year wait for a major trophy ended in a familiar agony of defeat in a penalty shootout as Italy claimed the Euro 2020 crown at Wembley. On a night of anticipation, tension and ultimate heartbreak in a feverish atmosphere, England looked on course for their most joyous day since 30th July 1966, when Luke Shaw gave them the perfect start after 2 minutes.
With that, we say thank you very much for watching this broadcast, and that's all we have for you tonight. Keep on sporting. Bye.